We're going to talk about Meet Kevin's PP, words his wife's therapist should probably only say. So when I look at this, basically I feel like I'm in a simulation. So it looks like Kevin started talking about stocks in August of 2020. In that time, he rug pulled you on FTX, shortly after bought a private jet, and now has an ETF. Marketing at its finest. So I get it if you're entertained by this guy. He just doesn't shut up about his course. But just because you like someone doesn't mean you have to buy into it. I love the band Queen. Freddie Mercury might be the best singer of all time. But do I want AIDS? No. That's why we're not touching Kevin's PP. So let's look at Kevin's ETF here. We got the Meet Kevin Pricing Power ETF. He made it at the end of last year. We got a pretty high expense ratio. And let's look a little farther here. We got strategies. Okay, what kind of strategy did a man who just walked off the street and entered the stock market, what does he have to say? So we're looking for innovative companies. Okay. Innovation, pricing power. Okay, we're not really finding out much. We've got a cat. Like, is this a joke? Like, am I living in a simulation? Like, what? Why is, how much money is in this thing? Does it say? We got $41 million in this thing. And he's got a cat. Like, what are we doing? Okay. Can we find out any more? Now, year to date, this thing is shot up. Now, what goes up must come down. When I look at this thing, we're seeing a little bit here. It's just a crazy tech fund. Like, it's just that's all we're holding here. So we got the top holdings. Take a screenshot. We're not going to give Kevin any more money. If you have to own these stocks, buy them yourself. Geez, like, what are we doing here? This is like a semiconductor ETF, like, just titsed right out. Like, do you want volatility in your portfolio? Buy this. So, we got some Tesla, some Enphase, Apple, Nvidia, Trade Desk, AMD, Intel. Don't really know what this one is. ASML and Taiwan Semiconductors. The stock that Buffett rug pulled everyone on, and no one says anything about that billionaire. So what we're going to do today, because we don't have a lot of history, is we're going to dig into some of the holdings. Maybe why, this thing might crash and burn as fast as it grew. Look at Tesla. Like, just insane. Okay, so Tesla, we got a PE ratio of 82. That's just really, really, really high. You're getting into some dangerous territory there. Let's look at some stats. Price to book at almost 16, so high. Price to sales almost 10, so high. Elon's just not making money. As much as the guy's a genius and I love to support him, the company's just not making as much money as it probably should. And let's see here. We got a little bit of debt, a decent amount of cash still, so your cash per share is going to be all right. And let's see if we can find anything else here. Profit margin pretty low. Cars, you're not going to see that much of a profit margin. But yeah, if you sell, a million cars at that profit margin, you're still going to make a decent chunk of money. And we have a pretty high EV EBITDA. Anything over 30 is just crazy looking at that number. All right, let's go to Enphase. We got another PE ratio above 40. That's just crazy talk. What are we doing? And a higher PB, a little bit more decent price to sales, better profit margin. It's nice to see profit margins above 20. That's going to help you grow your revenue. And what was that EV a bit? But I mean, we're under 30, but that's still high. Like so high. And we got a good cash per share, 13.24. That's a lot of cash. I mean, cash is good. That's going to help a company through a downturn. So maybe this one might survive if there's a severe recession soon, but maybe not. Let's look at Nvidia. I mean, this thing shot through the moon recently. PE ratio of over 200. Like, I'd rather own Tesla. That's just so high. And we got a price to book. I mean, stupid number. Price to sales, stupid number. EV a bit, but stupid number. Yeah, maybe get rid of your Nvidia, you know, before you get robbed. I mean, has anyone heard of Enron? I mean, this is just stupid high. It's bound to crash. Okay, trade desk. Okay, well, full five. We're in the 500s for PE ratio now. Like that's pretty high. So yeah, super high price to book, super high price to sales, super high EV EBITDA or duh. We got a decent amount of cash per share. You know, they might make it through this one. Let's look at AMD. Whoa, 643. So I'm just kind of going down the list here. I don't know if anyone noticed, but yeah. Decent price to book finally though. Price to sales still high. EV a bit but high. Does AMD have cash? Okay, we got a decent amount of cash, 3.9. Let's look at Intel. We don't even have a PE ratio. They're not making money anymore. Companies can crash and burn. I mean, this company's been around for a while. You know, it should at least make it a few more years. But yeah, we got a low price to book. You know, something that's finally priced fairly. Price to sales, a decent number. But yeah, with trailing PE, I mean, it's losing. We got no profit. Okay, revenue 54 billion means nothing if you got no profit. And then we have cash per share, a decent amount. Like, this is an established company. It's been around for a while. Like Intel, you better start innovating. So, yeah, back to this one. Let's see if we can scroll down more. Like, what is pricing power? We believe pricing power is defined as higher relative margins compared to market gross and net margins. Okay. I mean, I just showed you that there's some negative pricing here. What are the tax benefits of an actively managed ETF like PP? Active means more trading and more capital gains and everything behind the scenes, so I don't know how I could possibly say that. And geopolitical, I mean, Elon's always on his new X. I mean, that's probably going to stir the pot a little bit. But yeah, basically, I mean, just stop buying both of these Kevin's ETFs, like O'Leary as well. Like, I came across a video once with those two chatting, and there's just so much verbal diarrhea. Just so much. Just talking shit out their ass. I mean, basically, you know, O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, always has to put in a story about dividends. You know, he's just like, when I was 5... my mom gave me dividends from Philip Morris, and I went to the corner store and bought a pack of darts with her dividends, and at that moment I knew exactly how the world worked. Like, are we tired of his fucking stories? Like, I am. Like, when those two are together, it's just like, man, I fast forwarded like 10 times. I maybe got myself watching 30 seconds of it. Like, I've had it like... why do people like these guys? They're putting jets on their driveway and not helping you at all. All right, hopefully you learned something today. Take care.